What if I told you that Ryan Reynolds has a secret formula for comedy gold? While most A-listers are busy feuding and throwing shade, Reynolds has quietly built the most enviable comedy empire in Hollywood by doing something completely different.
And this one is far superior to the Wolverine movie. This is made of real skin, which, you know, it's why there's only 4 of them. Yeah. You know, and we're gonna send Guillermo home with one tonight so he can, you know, have a weird night with his wife.
That's a great idea!
He's not chasing the biggest names or the flashiest projects. Instead, he's created his own inner circle. 7 actors who he keeps coming back to again and again. And when you see who made the list, you'll understand why every studio executive in Hollywood is desperately trying to crack his code. This isn't just about friendship. This is about a man who turned comedy collaboration into a $300 million career strategy. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how Reynolds weaponized chemistry to become the most bankable comedy star of our generation. Here's what makes this fascinating. Reynolds doesn't just pick funny people, he picks people who make him funnier. There's a massive difference, and it's the reason why his movies consistently outperform expectations while other comedy franchises crash and burn. Think about it. When was the last time a Reynolds movie truly flopped? Even his failures become cult classics. That's not accident, that's strategy. And that strategy revolves around these 7 people who've cracked the Reynolds code.
He's making these faces. You hear his praises for you. Do you praise him? What do you
He's
think?
actually gone through his full catalog of facial expressions just in that last sentence.
I think I may have, actually.
He used all 2 of them.
But before we dive into the list, you need to understand something crucial about how Reynolds operates. He's not building a cast, he's building a comedy family. And like any family, there are dynamics, hierarchies, and secrets that the public never sees. Number 1. Hugh Jackman, the ultimate frenemy. At the top of the list sits Hugh Jackman. And yes, despite their legendary feud, these two are pure comedy dynamite together. But here's what most people don't realize. Their entire public rivalry is actually the most brilliant marketing strategy in Hollywood history. Reynolds has said that working with Jackman is like having a comedy partner who's also ridiculously talented and annoyingly perfect at everything. But dig deeper and you'll find something incredible. Their feud has generated more organic publicity than most studios spend millions trying to create. From their social media roasts to Deadpool and Wolverine breaking box office records, Reynolds keeps coming back to Jackman because he's found something rare in Hollywood. A co-star who can match his wit without trying to steal his thunder. They're reuniting again for the upcoming comedy Boy Band. Because when you find comedy magic, you don't let it go. But Jackman isn't just Reynolds' favourite target. He's his secret weapon for staying relevant across multiple generations of fans. Number 2, Shawn Levy, the director who gets it. Okay, technically a director, but Shawn Levy has become Reynolds' comedy soulmate in ways that most actors never find. Free Guy, The Adam Project, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Reynolds keeps coming back to Levy because, in his words, Shawn understands my brand of chaos. But here's the insider secret. Levy doesn't just direct Reynolds, he translates him. Reynolds has this manic stream of consciousness comedy style that can overwhelm other filmmakers. Levy has figured out how to harness that energy and turn it into box office gold. They're working together again on Boy Band, making it their 4th collaboration. That's not just professional respect, that's creative marriage. And in Hollywood, where egos clash and partnerships implode, finding someone who can consistently bring out your best work is worth more than any paycheck. Number 3, Jake Gyllenhaal, the unexpected comedy genius. After working together on Life, Reynolds discovered something that shocked everyone. Jake Gyllenhaal has hidden comedy chops that rival seasoned comedic actors. Their off-screen friendship translates to natural banter that you can't fake or manufacture. Reynolds has praised Jake's surprisingly twisted sense of humor that matches his own perfectly. But here's what's really interesting. Gyllenhaal brings dramatic credibility to Reynolds' projects, while Reynolds brings out a playful side of Gyllenhaal that audiences rarely see. It's a symbiotic relationship that benefits both actors. Reynolds gets to work with an Oscar-caliber talent who can ground his more outrageous moments, while Gyllenhaal gets to explore his comedic range with someone who won't judge him for taking risks. Watch their interviews together, and you'll see something special. Two actors who genuinely enjoy making each other laugh. In an industry full of fake friendships and manufactured chemistry, that authenticity translates directly to screen magic. Number 4, Dwayne Johnson, the banter king. Red Notice proved these two are comedy dynamite together, but their partnership goes deeper than just good timing. Reynolds loves working with The Rock because, as he put it, Dwayne can take a joke as well as he can deliver one. Their natural competitive banter creates comedy gold, but here's the secret sauce, as they're both masters of the comeback. Neither actor lets the other get the last word, which creates this incredible comedic tension that audiences eat up. Johnson brings this larger-than-life energy that could easily overwhelm other actors, but Reynolds has figured out how to use that energy as a springboard for his own humor. Instead of competing, they're amplifying each other. The result? Red Notice became one of Netflix's most watched films ever. That's not just star power, that's chemistry that translates to global appeal. Number 5, Sandra Bullock, the comedy queen. The Proposal showed us magic, and Reynolds has consistently praised Bullock as the funniest person in any room. Though they haven't reunited on screen yet, Reynolds has said he'd work with Sandra in a heartbeat, because their timing is telepathic. But here's what makes their partnership special. Bullock brings out Reynolds' more vulnerable side. She's one of the few actors who can match his quick wit, while also grounding his more manic moments with genuine emotion. Their chemistry in The Proposal wasn't just romantic, it was comedic perfection. Bullock has this ability to make Reynolds' sarcasm feel warm instead of cutting, which is incredibly difficult to achieve. Industry insiders say a reunion project is always being discussed. When two actors have that kind of natural chemistry, Hollywood doesn't let it go to waste. Number 6, Jodie Comer, the rising star. Free Guy introduced us to this dynamic duo, and Reynolds was blown away by Comer's comedy instincts. He's called her fearlessly funny and someone who elevates every scene she's in. But here's what's fascinating about their partnership. Comer brings this fresh energy that keeps Reynolds on his toes. She's not intimidated by his rapid-fire delivery, and she's not trying to copy his style. Instead, she's created her own comedic voice that complements his perfectly. Reynolds has said that working with Comer reminded him why he loves making movies. She brings this genuine enthusiasm and fearlessness that's infectious on set. Don't be surprised if we see them together again soon. Reynolds has a track record of nurturing new talent, and Comer has the kind of natural comedic timing that can't be taught. Number 7, Lil Rel Howery, the heart of comedy. Also from Free Guy, Lil Rel brought out Reynolds' more grounded, heartfelt comedy side. Reynolds has said Rel has the most natural comedic timing and creates the kind of wholesome friendship energy that makes audiences genuinely care about the characters. This partnership is special because Rel doesn't try to match Reynolds' manic energy. Instead, he provides this steady, warm presence that allows Reynolds to explore different comedic rhythms. Their scenes together in Free Guy were some of the most emotionally resonant in the film, proving that Reynolds' comedy works best when it's grounded in genuine human connection. Notice the pattern? Reynolds doesn't just pick funny actors, he picks actors who make him funnier. These 7 represent his comedy family. The people who understand that great comedy comes from genuine connection, not just great jokes. Each of these partnerships brings out a different side of Reynolds. Jackman brings out his competitive edge. Levy brings out his creative chaos. Gyllenhaal brings out his unexpected depth. Johnson brings out his larger-than-life energy. Bullock brings out his vulnerable charm. Comer brings out his mentoring instincts. Howery brings out his genuine warmth. This isn't accident, it's genius. Reynolds has figured out that comedy isn't a solo sport. It's about finding people who can play in your sandbox while bringing their own unique toys. In an industry where ego often destroys collaboration, Reynolds has built something rare. a sustainable comedy ecosystem. He's not just a star, he's a comedy collaborator who brings out the best in everyone around him. This approach has made him one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood, with a combined box office of over $3 billion. But more importantly, it's made him someone that other actors genuinely want to work with. While other comedy stars burn through co-stars and struggle to maintain relevance, Reynolds has created a system that keeps him fresh, funny, and in demand. He's not just making movies, he's building a comedy legacy. Here's what Reynolds understands that most actors don't. Great comedy is about chemistry, not just talent. You can have the funniest script in the world, but if the actors don't genuinely enjoy working together, it shows on screen. Reynolds has spent his career finding people who not only make him laugh, but who he can make laugh in return. That mutual respect and genuine affection translates to authentic chemistry that audiences can feel. It's why his movies feel different from other comedies. There's a warmth and authenticity that comes from real relationships, not manufactured Hollywood partnerships. With multiple projects in development featuring various combinations of these 7 actors, Reynolds is proving that his collaborative approach isn't just a phase. It's his permanent strategy. The upcoming boy band will reunite him with both Jackman and Levy, while industry insiders hint at potential projects with Bullock and Gyllenhaal in early development. Reynolds has cracked the code on sustainable comedy success. Surround yourself with people who make you better, and never stop nurturing those relationships. Ryan Reynolds isn't just a comedy star. He's a comedy architect. He's built a system that consistently produces hits by focusing on the one thing that can't be manufactured: genuine chemistry. These 7 actors represent more than just his favorite co-stars. They represent a masterclass in how to build a lasting career in Hollywood's most fickle genre. While other comedy stars chase trends and try to reinvent themselves with each project, Reynolds has found something more valuable: a family of collaborators who bring out his best work. That's not just smart business, that's comedy genius. Which of these comedy partnerships is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more Hollywood insights that go beyond the surface.